My mom works on her feet all day. She is a seller. She has severe varicose veins in her legs. Clearly, veins protrude now less, and you get enough sleep with Synthesit. For example, you slept 4 hours but woke up as if you slept for 8 hours. For me particularly, one of the important advantages is precisely sleep quality and the fact that scars fade, and my throat no longer disturbs me so severely. I used to cough all the time, mucus constantly excreted, but when I took Synthesit, Artem, hello. Hello. My name is Alexander, and to those viewers who watch us for the first time, now we'll tell a little about what we are going basically to talk about. We present Synthesit iron, an innovative mineral developed in 2019. It has a lot of benefits for the body. The most important thing is that it's fully absorbed and gives strength to the body so it can restore its hematopoietic system that is responsible for stem cells as well, that is, blood thinning effect, increase in number of stem cells. Blood oxygen saturation gives numerous effects, which we observe directly in our consumers. We connect with our viewers like Artem. We ask what results they have achieved with the help of Synthesit. Maybe completely different results. Frankly speaking, I don't know your background, because my colleague Galina, who gave your contact, didn't tell me what beneficial effects you have. And today, there are more than 70 of them. Therefore, indeed, we are open to dialogue. Tell us, how long have you been taking Synthesit? What is the intake schedule? And what observations, sensations, maybe comments do you have? Hello again. It started when I saw a video of a blogger. I don't remember exactly. I guess he's from Taliati. I came across him. He's a fan of all esotericism. Artem, excuse me, I will interrupt you for a second. Do you have a headset with headphones? Not near at hand. I'd rather speak louder. Yes, now I can hear you. I watched a video about its wonderful properties, and I decided to try it right after I had an operation. In order that the scars fade quickly, I thought, let's try and order. And just before the operation, I ordered it, and when it was made, Synthesit was delivered in a couple of days. The scar should fade within 2 months after the operation, but with Synthesit, it happens a bit faster. To be honest, I didn't feel the effect of the first pack at all, and then, in my opinion, the scars faded by 15–20% faster. There were fewer crusts on the scar, so it began immediately not to form a scar, but it became smooth. This is very rare, when the scar heals and remains elastic, especially since there is not the right place where a scar settles well. Can you tell us what kind of operation it was? Circumcision? Removal of the foreskin? So I believe that this product does help people. I made sure of that. I ordered 2 packs, 2 jars, took it, and thought if it helps so great in healing skin, and if I take a longer course, then there will be some other beneficial effects. I have chronic tonsillitis. My throat hurts. After the army I got cold, and I've been suffering from it for 12 years. We wanted to have my tonsils removed, but the doctors insisted that parts of the body that have protective functions shouldn't be removed. Whatever I've tried, I do rinsing and washing systematically, but so far, not so much. I decided to order 10 jars of Synthesit more, but I didn't take all 10 jars myself, of course. Gave them to my grandmother, great-grandmother, and mom to try. Because all the time my mom is on her feet. She is a seller. After she took the first jar, she started to get enough sleep too. By the way, a good and very significant plus that a person starts to get enough sleep. I have a child, he doesn't sleep well, he's teething. He's now 1 year and 4 months old. Especially now, molars have started to grow. We don't sleep at all. In general, there is no time to rest after work. I sleep, then I go to work. After work, to the garage, I do my project there. I come home, and I just want to sleep. It is not possible here. If I sleep for 3-4 hours, that's a maximum. And you get enough sleep with Synthesit. For example, you slept 4 hours, woke up as if you slept 8. For me specifically, this is one of the most important advantages. Sleep and the fact that the scar fades. And the throat no longer disturbs me so severely. I used to cough all time, mucus constantly excreted, but when I took Synthesit, it seemed to have stopped to excrete, and I started to feel normal. And when Synthesit jar was finished, then I felt okay for 2-3 months, and over time, I come back to the same condition where I started. Maybe I feel myself even a little better, but still, with it's more and more. So I want to do an experiment. Take it for a year, a whole year. Maybe the chronic disease will somehow go away. Look, Artem, for those viewers who don't understand why a person taking Synthesit gets enough sleep in less time, let's explain. The hematopoietic system is responsible for the stem cells. What are stem cells? These are the cells from which immunity cells appear, cells of all organs and tissues. That is, absolutely all cells of immunity and all cells of the body. Accordingly, because of these cells, the body is restored. When a person sleeps, the most active recovery process occurs. That is, if you have a larger supply of these cells, respectively, you just recover faster. So as we take Synthesit, we get enough sleep faster. In fact, you can wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. absolutely energized, and falling asleep at 12 or 1 o'clock is a normal situation. This is no miracle. It's our ordinary biology, physiology. Regarding chronic tonsillitis, I totally support you because I had the same problem. I'm 39 now, and somewhere since my 25 years, I had this problem unsolved. I also tried washing, I took antibiotics and rinsed with herbs, and I used aviation kerosene for my throat, and I even made a special device to rinse my throat myself. I have it too. It was with a special pedal so I could press it with my foot. Then a syringe device was activated to have a throat rinse. I rinsed tonsils every day for several months, but in 2-3 weeks it all goes back. These plaques start to excrete. I have been taking Synthesit since the end of October last year, and these plaques have practically disappeared. I'm not saying that they immediately... Yes, it's chronic. It can't disappear easily, it's impossible. Yes, but lately, when I stopped rinsing and once a week just got rid of the plaques with my finger, doing so to say a massage of tonsils, by sticking a finger in and squeezing them. Now, if I do such a procedure, maybe once every 2 months, that is an evident progress. How long have you taken it? I have been taking it since last October, more than a year. A year has passed and the result is obvious. I want to run some more tests before I take it for a year, because if the tests show inflammation in the body, then it affects the vascular system badly, the heart, When there is inflammation, a lot of antibodies are produced. I want just to test everything, check my results according to the indications, and then, when I take it, see what changes have happened. Because one thing is how it's felt, and test results may show different. Look, also, for example, the inguinal lymph nodes, they may be now a little swollen, because I had them slightly swollen when I had tonsillitis, because the immune system suffers. The lymph nodes swell. Now, I have lymph nodes in an absolute norm. And as for the heart, I agree. I used to have periodically heart aches the last 2 years. Now I forgot about these aches. But it happened 2 months after taking Synthesit. That is, simply the heart aches disappeared. It would be nice, because I've been living with this disease for 12 years already, and it doesn't give any privileges. I wouldn't like to suffer from it to the end of my life. So ambiguous. Like some kind of constant fatigue. Incomprehensible. If you sleep well, it's generally good, you don't even notice it, and when you don't get enough sleep for a day, 2, 3, no rest, this affects your efficiency very much. And if you get enough sleep, you think quickly, you can realize your ideas more, you can do more in a day. I can get up earlier, go to work, go straight to my garage office, I do my project there, or after work, go to part-time work. I often practice it without getting tired. I can go from one place to another, switch from mental work to physical one, work and come home cheerful, and still spend time with my child. Then, without even sleeping, roughly speaking, back to work. Great. Yes, it's a good thing. When your mother and grandmother get the results, if you also take it later, they have it. Granny's pressure has more or less stabilized. She is already an elderly person. Her blood pressure swings, especially because of the weather. And their legs. They both have problems. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's chronic. Their legs hurt, joints and veins ache. Mom works on her feet as she is a seller. She has severe varicose veins in her legs. They were so greenish scarlet, very visible. They're sticking out. She took it, and I told her, take a picture. I forgot to ask if she took a picture or not. Maybe she is shy about it. But you can see that the veins have become much less visible, and they are less prominent in color. They are of a skin color, and they were green. And now they're almost invisible and not prominent. And the leg joint, her knee hurt. So she took it and said, it affected my legs greatly. As for her sleep, she said it didn't really change. But her legs, she felt strength in her legs. She moves gently, no running. Now she says, I'm jumping like a young girl. Wonderful. Say hello to them. Let them take care of their health, because it should not only be maintained, but you still have to try to improve it. With age, you understand. And such a thing as Synthesit naturally makes it possible for the body just to recover. That is not a medicine for joints or varicose veins. It's just the body receives the power of Synthesit and can maintain and restore some processes itself, and so on. Also, as you said, accelerate regeneration. Here you are, the first one who said about such kind of operation. We have a lot of data about different operations: cartilage restoration, joints, ligaments, broken bones, that is for healing, and in principle, the effect becomes faster. It's twice accelerated at least. There may be features of exactly that operation you mentioned, removal of the foreskin, I don't know. So we need, of course, look at statistics. It's just not everyone talks about it, it's a sensitive subject. Maybe, like about the hemorrhoids, when 1 in 10 people say, yes, and I decided why to hide it. This is a normal phenomenon, there is nothing supernatural about it. I also wanted to make one thing clear. Can children over 1 year take it, for example, to make teeth grow up faster? These are stem cells. The more you have them, the faster the process takes place in the body, healing, regeneration of the gums, or is it not worth experimenting yet? In children, firstly, everything alright with the stem cells, as a rule, just until a certain age. But it also affects physiology, mental health. By the way, I didn't finish. I remember now. I became calmer. I'm generally an aggressive person myself. And my wife says so, maybe because I'm a Scorpio. But now, I have even become more loyal as a driver. I move around calmly and don't get nervous in traffic jams. And at work, I also behave more calmly. And I thought that if the child also takes it, he will be calmer. Constant wriggling activity, of course it's normal that he grows, but in order that he sleeps more calmly at night, I think maybe this will help, or not worth it. You mean, is he hyperactive? He is, but I don't know, is it hyperactivity, or is it just him growing up? Yeah, children are movement. Yes, it's hard to make him to sleep. So we don't have the right to recommend, especially not for a disease or children, because first of all, it's not a medicine, it is a dietary supplement. Yes, that's why I'm asking. We can only operate with the data about children that we receive from our buyers, from those consumers who gave us interviews. What we know? We know that children get rid of allergies to mosquito bites, food, pollen. We know that children get their regeneration significantly accelerated. Bruises and scratches heal very fast. We also know that they easily deal with acute respiratory diseases. But also we have feedback that on the contrary, children's activity increases. So if you start experimenting, do this cautiously. Perhaps consult with a specialist, just in case, with a trusted doctor. There is also, you see, the question, where to find a trusted doctor, as you say. There is a problem with doctors, yes. Maybe you have some acquaintance, indicate the topic, if he or she takes this responsibility, or you will, then you have all the cards and make sure to share with us the results, of course. Clear? Well, thank you very much for the detailed review, for being sincere. Say hello and wish good health to your mom and grandmother, and I wish you soon recovery. Thank you too for such a product. Let's hope that some new ones are on their way. Coming soon, you're right. And if it's not a secret, what will it be besides the iron? It'll be the same iron, just in combination with other substances. But you will get to know about it soon on our website and social networks. Artem, I forgot one more question. If you have something to tell our viewers who watch us, please go ahead. I would recommend trying it to those who have chronic diseases or who have not enough time to get enough sleep. You'll have more time as you gain several extra hours in your day. You'll sleep less, but do more. Your efficiency will increase. You'll process more thoughts in your head and realize new ideas faster. Find possible ways. I would advise everyone to try it. The price is not so high for such a result, I think. You need to try. This is my recommendation. There is nothing supernatural here, and this is for your own good. Better, suppose, not to smoke for a month and buy Synthesit to try. It will just help to give up smoking, for example, and there will be benefits for the body. Good. Thank you very much for the conversation, for the interview. Have a good evening, all the best. Thank you.